Art galleries play an absolutely crucial role in today's art world. However, they can be very difficult to navigate, be somewhat intimidating, or have a rather elusive character. In this video, in the next few minutes, I will be explaining everything you need to know when it comes to art galleries to navigate them as an expert. I will be sharing inside information which will be most useful whether you are an artist looking to work with a gallery, if you are a collector and you need to know what a good gallery is and how to recognize one, or if you're just an art enthusiast. Welcome to Art Galleries Explained, the full webinar. Hi, my name is Julien Delagrange and I am the director of CAI and CAI Gallery, and conveniently we will be presenting you this webinar from our gallery space here located in Kortrijk, Belgium.
Question 1. What is an art gallery?
As a gallery, but also as a platform examining contemporary art and the art world, we have noticed that there are a lot of misconceptions in the public opinion when it comes to art galleries. Whereas we all know what a museum is, sometimes defining an art gallery seems to be a much more difficult task. In a nutshell, an art gallery is an exhibition space for the display and sale of artworks. As a result, the art gallery is a commercial enterprise working with a portfolio of artists in which the gallery acts as the dealer representing, supporting and distributing the artworks from the artists in question. Even though all these art galleries might look like the same from the outside, there are actually some crucial differences in the way they work that you need to be aware of, whether you are an artist who wants to work with them or when you're a collector or a visitor.
Question 2. What are the different types of art galleries?
As a result, we distinguish 6 different types of art galleries. The first being the commercial art gallery. This is in fact the most common type of art gallery and also the most important one in the art world. Although the word commercial may have a rather negative connotation, as if it's all about the money and the art dealer is a money-grubbing gallerist. However, this is in fact the best art gallery, the best type of art gallery, both for artists as for collectors. With these commercial art galleries, the gallery works together with several artists, creating a portfolio of artists. In this case, they agree to represent and support the artists in question, so the artist can focus purely on the production of the artworks, and the gallery takes care of building the career of the artist, making sure the artist earns a living from his works, doing the promotion, the selling, the distribution, etc. In return, the art gallery earns money on a commission basis by selling the artworks. As a result, the gallery is very motivated to do its very best to achieve good sales and to promote the artist in order to achieve those sales. When the gallery represents the artist in such a manner that the artist's career grows and the value of his artworks grow, then the reputation of the gallery grows as well as the profit margin as the prices will rise. So it's a win-win situation. In a nutshell, what is good for the artist is good for the gallery. What is good for the gallery will be good for the artist. And that's why these commercial art galleries are the best galleries to work with as an artist. And some of these art galleries can even grow up to astronomical heights, which brings us to the next type of art gallery, the mega gallery. You can identify these mega galleries by, for instance, the number of locations. Most mega galleries will have over 4 or 5 locations across different continents, building an imperium in the art world. They will have a number of employees and a number of square meters of exhibition space, reminiscent to museums or art institutions. These mega galleries really are the very top layer of the art world. They only represent the most important artists and artist estates, and they advise the institutions. If you're interested in the mega galleries, I would advise you to watch our video on the top 10 biggest art galleries in the world next. Now, our next type of art gallery may seem very similar to the commercial art galleries, but in fact they are not, and I would advise you as an artist and as a collector to avoid them. The type in question is vanity art galleries. Vanity art galleries are galleries who charge the artists to exhibit in their gallery space. Although this might seem as a great opportunity for beginning artists to kickstart their careers, And in fact, I think many of you might have had some of these proposals. You are invited to participate in a show, but eventually you need to pay $500 up to $1,000 or even more dollars to participate. These galleries are most often not a good option because they don't actually have a true curated gallery program, nor will they have the motivation to sell your works because they already had a paycheck. Also, their reputation won't be as good as with commercial art galleries, as they don't select the artist based upon the quality of the artworks or the potential return on investment because they believe in certain artists. No, they select them based upon the size of their wallet because they're able to afford to exhibit in their place. As a result, for collectors, these vanity art galleries aren't the best places to look for the most exciting emerging artists, nor is it the ideal place for a beginning artist to kickstart their career. A next category of art galleries we can identify are the art stores. In this case, the art gallery works exactly the same as a store would do. They sell the artworks as decoration instead of curating exhibitions. These art stores can be a good opportunity to sell your artworks and to earn some money on the short term as an artist, but on the long term, they are not the perfect solution. A fifth type of art gallery are the exhibition spaces. With the exhibition spaces, the artist actually rents the exhibition space and needs to take care of all aspects of the gallery show. Most often these exhibition spaces are called Gallery X or Gallery Y, but actually they are not really galleries as there is no curated exhibition program. So the artist rents the space for a week, he takes care of the promotion, the invitations, the installation, the selling, the distribution, etc. Of course, a commercial art gallery is a better option as they will take care of all of these aspects and it will be much more prestigious if you are represented by a gallery instead of hosting your own show. However, I believe these exhibition spaces are a wonderful opportunity for beginning artists to gather some experience to start exhibiting. Well, last but not least, the sixth type of art gallery we distinguish are the artist-run galleries. In this case, an artist or a group of artists collaborates to create an art gallery to offer themselves or others the opportunity to showcase their works. The past few decades, we have seen true success stories with artist-run galleries. A great example is, of course, Galeria Plan B from Romania with Mihai Pop and Adrian Geni, opened their own gallery space and are now currently an industry-leading gallery. The most common reason why we see these artist-run galleries is because the artists in question experience a lack of opportunities to exhibit, so they create a platform for their own. Even though it is indeed much more prestigious to work with a commercial art gallery instead of creating your own gallery, it can actually be very interesting to collaborate with other artists and to have a synergetic environment in which you can prosper. Most often, when these artist-run galleries become successful, they will gradually transform to a commercial art gallery, which brings us full circle from our different types of art galleries. So, art galleries come in different types, different forms, different shapes. But generally speaking, when we talk about art galleries, we mean the commercial art galleries. Now, let's have a closer look at what art galleries actually do.
Question 3. What does an art gallery do?
First of all, the first crucial aspect, what art galleries do, is what distinguishes a commercial art gallery from the other types of art galleries, which is most often the curating of an exhibition program. The exhibition program is the core of the identity of all art galleries. And in order to present the exhibition program, the gallery of course needs an exhibition space. Normally, these spaces will be located in a city center with large windows to create high visibility. And most often galleries are in close proximity of each other, creating real art districts. Think of Le Marais in Paris, for instance. These exhibition programs are always very carefully curated by the gallery director. They scout and invite the most exciting artists, be it emerging artists, mid-careers or established artists. The gallery does everything to have the best program possible. The artist provides the artworks and the gallery takes care of everything else, from transportation up to insurance, invoicing, sales, promotion, openings, supervision, etc., etc. These exhibitions come in various forms. Most often we distinguish the solo exhibitions, which is a one-man show, which is a true highlight in the artist's career, or duo shows, where we have two artists who engage in an artistic dialogue in the exhibition space. And for three or more, we refer to those shows as group exhibitions, which is of course very common in art galleries. Normally, an art gallery changes from exhibition to exhibition in between 6 up to 8 weeks, depending upon the pace of the gallery. This brings us to the second major task of an art gallery, which is to build a portfolio of artists to curate this exhibition program. It is clear to say an art gallery would be nothing without its artists. That's why building a very good portfolio is one of the most important tasks of the gallery. They need to find the right artists and artists' estates to work with. Most often, creating a long-term collaboration of artists they want to represent on the long term. These collaborations and these artists are referred to as represented artists, whereas a collaboration with an artist for just one show would be referred to as exhibited artists. The better the artists are from your portfolio, the better the reputation is of the gallery. And whenever the reputation of the gallery rises, so does the reputation of the artists who are represented by the gallery. So there is a mutually beneficial collaboration going on between gallery and artists. Most of these collaborations are of course with living artists, in which the gallery is the direct link between the artist studio and the art world. This phenomenon is referred to as the primary market, meaning the work of the artist gets sold for the very first time. And this in almost all cases happens through an art gallery. In other cases, the art gallery is also committed to the secondary market, in which they sell works that already have been sold before by acquiring themselves or acting as a dealer in order to make profit by selling the artwork for a slightly higher price. If you're interested in more information about the secondary market and the primary market, we advise you to watch our video, the webinar on the value of art next. Now, the gallery now has its exhibition program and its artists to showcase during these exhibitions. Which brings us to the third major task, and in fact the most important one from an economical perspective for art galleries to earn money, which is selling and distributing artworks. Selling and distributing the artworks is of course something very self-explanatory, as the gallery takes care of everything for the artwork to go from the artist to the collector, be it private or public. Doing so, the gallery becomes the direct point of contact if a collector wants to acquire an artwork from a specific artist. However, even though selling and distributing artworks is responsible for approximately 95% of all income of all galleries, it is in fact a much smaller task in comparison to our next major task, which is representing and supporting the artists from their portfolio. This is where the gallery actually earns its commission. It's the work behind the scenes. The exhibitions and the sales are very visible things, but there is much more going on behind the scenes. In order to achieve these sales, first, the art gallery must work hard to convince the art world it is worth buying works from their artists. This means the gallery must do everything within their power to support and grow the careers of their artists. Besides giving valuable advice, the art gallery needs to promote the artists. For instance, by participating in international fairs and showcasing the works by their artists, to have them seen by as many eyes as possible and by as many interesting eyes as possible. Another example is to work on the archives of the artists, or to track the book publishing when it is time to have a monograph published on a specific artist. Another example is to track and monitor sales on the secondary market in order to control the price of the artist and to keep a growing curve on the market. Then there are the opportunities beyond the gallery walls that the art gallery needs to work on in order to achieve a long-term success with the artist. For instance, having interesting exhibition opportunities at other galleries or at institutions. Then there are also, of course, the press relations, making sure your artist gets into newspapers, art magazines, platforms, etc. It is clear to say all these tasks are in fact much more work than just simply having the exhibition space and selling their artworks. There is a lot of work going on behind the scenes, and depending the quality of the art gallery, these services become much more varied. For instance, smaller galleries will probably not look out for exhibition opportunities for their artists at other art galleries or at institutions, or they will not take care of book publishing. The better the gallery, the better the artist is represented, and the faster and the better the career of the artist will grow. So now we know what art galleries do. We are also able to identify the key indicators to determine whether the art gallery is good or interesting to work with or to collect from. A first key indicator is, of course, the curated exhibition program. If there is a program of an exhibition every 6 to 8 weeks, that is a key indicator. This is a serious gallery. If the art gallery participates in art fairs, then we have a second indicator. The art gallery is good because it aims to grow the career of its artists by representing them on an international level. So in short, the more services the art gallery offers for its artists, the better the gallery is, and probably the better the artist's career are being supported and will continue to grow, which is both interesting for artists who are aiming to work with that gallery, as for collectors, as they know the artwork they just bought from a specific artist is in good hands, and the artist's career is most likely to continue to prosper. So the gallery and the artist is a crucial collaboration. But how does that collaboration actually work?
Question 4. What is the artist-gallery working agreement?
The working relationship between artist and gallery can vary from gallery to gallery. However, there are certain common agreements and unwritten rules that apply at most galleries, depending upon the level of the gallery. So if you're an artist who has set to work for the first time with an art gallery, or if you're a brand new gallery and you're about to collaborate with artists but you're unsure how the collaboration should go, we have listed the most common agreements and inside information, how the relationship should work, and by sharing them with you, you'll feel a lot more comfortable when working for the first time with a gallery, or as a gallery working for the first time with an artist. First and foremost, no vanity art gallery stuff. The art gallery is not allowed to charge the artist for any promotion services or any services at all. The only way the gallery or artist makes money is by selling artworks. Profits by sale are shared on a regular basis with a 50-50% agreement. 50% for the gallery, 50% for the artist. And in this case, we are not conducting the cost of the materials for the artist or the cost of the gallery to rent their space. The total turnover is shared 50-50. At first, this might sound a lot for artists, because you did all the work in the production of the artwork, you bought the canvas, you bought the paint, and you put in the years to achieve the level to create these artworks. However, the art gallery actually takes a bigger risk when collaborating. Think of all the money and time they invest in organizing a show with you. The retail price of the artworks is defined by the artist in agreement with the gallery, resulting in a written price list. All artworks remain the property of the artist during the exhibition. And during the show, there can be a discount provided for certain clients up to 10%, or in case of a museum or an institution wants to acquire an artwork, up to 50% due to the long-term positive consequences with the artist's resume. In all cases of any discounts, the 50-50 splitting of the turnover remains. It is absolutely not done for the artist to sell his artwork directly to a client during a show where the artwork is consigned to sell by the gallery. For instance, you have a specific show at a gallery and a collector got to know your work due to this show. However, the collector contacts you directly instead of contacting the gallery. Selling the artwork directly to that collector and taking 100% of the commission is an absolute no-go, because in this case you cut out the gallery even though he provided the lead with his or her show. The artist-gallerist working agreement is based upon mutual respect and trust. One time, the art gallery will make more money due to the artist, and the other time, the artist will make money due to the gallerist. In most cases, when there is a long-term collaboration, All sales happen through the gallery, even though there is no exhibition at all, splitting the income 50-50, as the gallery commits to represent and sell the works by the artist throughout the whole year, and the artist is trusted to, when there is a client for him, to have the sale go through the gallery. When it comes to the cost, there is a very clear distinction between the production costs for the artworks and the production costs of the exhibition. The production costs of the artworks are, of course, for the artists. Think of buying paint, buying canvas, and so on. The production costs of the exhibition, however, are for the gallery. Think of painting the walls white or in another color, or providing drinks at the opening, or buying the print work for the promotion. When it comes to the transportation costs, then it depends on the level of the gallery. Most often with commercial art galleries, there is a gentleman's agreement that the artist will provide the shipping to the gallery, and the gallery will provide the shipping back to the artist studio or to the collector. Most often when the artwork goes to the collector, then the collector is in fact charged for the shipping costs. However, when the level of the art gallery is a bit higher, then in most cases the shipping costs will be at cost of the gallery, and the artist will not have any costs at all except the production costs of the artworks. As soon as the artworks arrive at the gallerist is fully responsible for damage or loss. All communication and invoicing happens through the gallery. The only thing the artist needs to do is to send his invoice at the end of the show to get his 50% of the turnover. It is very important to discuss these topics in advance before you start to collaborate. I would advise to have them written down in an email correspondence. In case there is some sort of quarrel, you can always refer to your earlier correspondence. Most galleries don't work with contracts, some do. Some artists prefer to work with contracts, but most often the working relationship is based upon mutual respect and trust. So don't be too suspicious when there is no contract. Now, with this information, you'll be more than ready to navigate the art world and to visit or work with art galleries. When it comes to working with art galleries, we discuss this topic in one of our articles, How to Succeed as an Artist. I will link it in the description below, and we will make sure to make a video of this topic as well. But when the time comes, now you are prepared, or when you're a collector, now you know where you need to find the good artists at the good galleries, or at CAI Gallery, who knows. If you would like to review and have a second look at all the information from this video, feel free to go to www.contemporaryartissue.com and read our article on the art gallery, everything you need to know. I will also place a link to the article in the description. Feel free to have a look at our services for artists to be promoted on our website, or for collectors to advise or to have a look at the artists we strongly believe in and we represent with our gallery program. Thank you so much for watching today. Feel free to watch our video on the value of art next, and please consider subscribing to stay posted on more contemporary art. Bye.